Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down, Bridgewater. He's got the hook up to Andre Holmes.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. 16 yards, a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Andre Holmes, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me is balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 23. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Kyle Wilbur there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key to tight end. Hey!
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
We got 4. We got 4.
On third down, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Push him back. Push him back.
On second down, here's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
And it's third down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. Then tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Bridgewater now. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
First down, Bridgewater. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Oh, spinning away. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big run by the big man Fournette. 56 yards.
And the Jaguar first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Taylor. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Go, go.
Bridgewater to throw it. And this is Gabriel on the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Bridgewater. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 52. Kill.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved.
That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Everyone got 4.
Bridgewater. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Motion. That's it. Trot.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Holmes has got it complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Taylor to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. Here's Taylor to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Is going to let this go deep for... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
To throw is Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Well,
now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. try to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
To throw is Taylor. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Will Parks. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taylor Gabriel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
We're ready. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Set, punt. Not a wolf. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey!
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
We got 4.
They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a third and 11.
50's the money. All day, baby. All day, all day. We on it. Look, smush. Hey, Mike's 50.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Screen pass to Lindsey. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gives him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A handoff, Lindsey running left. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on a tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make someone miss in the open field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Get the flag. So we got man.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Taylor now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. And the Broncos get there and and take him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Taylor now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18, the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
They start the drive with a give to Blue. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Taylor. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Set, ready. 18 Gator. Cut his left. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he loses the football a second time.
Right there. All day, baby.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Check 47. Hey, pick your game up.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
On second down, here's Taylor. Catch made. That's the rookie tight end, Josh Oliver. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Taylor on third down, throws incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now Taylor on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 23-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. One last shot for Taylor. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.